Arizona's cutest show is officially back. We are so excited to share the amazing work that the Arizona Humane Society has been doing over the last few years, as well as what's to come in the future. That and so much more right here on Pets on Parade. Good morning. It is my great honor to welcome you back to Pets on Parade, brought to you by 3TV. I'm Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. We have missed you all so much, and we are so happy to have you back. Now, today we're going to introduce you to so many absolutely amazing pets, including these little squirmy guys. But first, I would love to introduce you to someone that you might be familiar with, Dr. Stephen Hansen, President and CEO of the Arizona Humane Society. Dr. Hansen, welcome.
It's so great to be here, Kelsey.
Yes, you are so right. It is so great to be here. I am so excited. Now, of course, we've had a 2.5-year hiatus from the cutest show in Arizona television. What does it mean to you to finally have Pets on Parade back?
It really means so much to be back on Pets on Parade. We're so grateful to 3TV. We're grateful to our audience and to our team, our staff that have been taking care of animals during the last 2.5 years. But as we know, Pets on Parade helps us place so many deserving pets into loving homes. So it's just wonderful to be back.
Yes, it is so wonderful to be back. And now, as everyone knows, over the last decade, the Arizona Humane Society has really been working hard to transform animal welfare here in our community. Can you talk about what it's been like over these last few years?
Sure. We've gone through a lot, Kelsey, over the last several years. We introduced several programs, and the result of those programs has been we've reduced euthanasia by over 83%, which is really quite amazing. We've reduced intake into shelters by 60%. So those numbers are shrinking, but the number of animals that need care in our trauma hospital continues to rise. A lot has happened, and thanks to our special programs like our kitten nursery, our parvo ward, our maternity suites, we save a lot of animals.
Yes, of course. Now, we have absolutely worked so hard to be able to save so many animals, literally tens of thousands of lives over the years. And like I mentioned before, we've also been working very hard these last few years. Even though the show might have been on a little bit of a break, our work certainly has not. And we are so excited because last November, we broke ground on the new Rob and Melanie Walton Papago Park campus, and we're so excited to give you an inside look. Let's take a look.
64 years in the making. Since 1957, the Arizona Humane Society has been a lifeline, a saving grace for sick, injured, abused, and homeless pets across the valley. Now, we're taking our life-saving mission to new heights, where Scottsdale, Tempe, and Phoenix converge among the Papago Park Buttes. The Arizona Humane Society's new Rob and Melanie Walton Papago Park campus is 72,000 square feet of thoughtful and beautiful design. The new Lazen Animal Foundation Trauma Hospital will deliver expanded acute medical and trauma care, allowing us to increase animal intake by the thousands, while educating veterinary students in our teaching hospital program. We'll finally have the physical space, adequate ventilation, and state-of-the-art tools needed to dramatically expand our ICUs for pets who need life-saving interventions. Outside, covered walkways will guide guests, staff, and pets between the Watts Family Medical Complex and the PET Center for Adoptions. Innovative details like sensory gardens will reduce stress and enrich the animals' time spent in our shelter. And the Jamie L. Middleton lobby will welcome in families excited to find their new best friends. This is also home to our expanding education programs, which will help raise tomorrow's animal welfare advocates. Throughout the years, we've transformed the lives of countless pets. Now, our new Rob and Melanie Walton Papago Park campus will be the most advanced care facility for homeless pets in the Southwest. The future has never been brighter for Arizona's pets.
That video gives me chills every time. I'm so excited, and the future truly is bright for our homeless pets. Now, Dr. Hansen, like we mentioned, our new Papago Park campus is set to open next year. Can you share a little bit about the progress that we've made, as well as what this truly means for homeless pets in our community?
This is really going to be an amazing facility. As mentioned, we broke ground last fall. We will be open in the spring of 2023, so next June. This campus will allow us to substantially increase the amount of animals that we can save, not only from Maricopa County, but across the Southwest. Expanded trauma hospital, expanded hours. We will save so many more animals because of this new campus.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I can't wait for that. Now, of course, our true stars of the show, we got to introduce them, but Dr. Hansen, we will be speaking to you later about more of what's going to happen in the future. So thank you so much, and we'll see you later in the show.
Thank you.
Now, of course, first we need to introduce you to absolutely adorable girl with Lisa. I'm talking about you as well.
Thank you.
Lisa, can you please introduce us to your cute pup?
Well, it's very fitting to be back with a Doberman right on my lap. This is Luna. She is 2 years old, and she is actually a purebred Doberman. I know she looks like a Weimaraner. She is what they call a blue. So she's blue, and she does have tan markings. She was surrendered because her owner is traveling and unable to care for her. She was having to sit for long periods of time in her kennel at home, so she thought it was best for her to get a new home. So Dobermans are typically a pretty high-strung breed, and Luna is no exception, as you can see her panting away on my lap. But she is very loving. She loves to lay in the sun. She does crate, but gets stressed in her crate, and she's what they call a blanket sucker, which is very common for Dobermans. It's almost a genetic trait for them. They almost need like a cat on a blanket, and they suck and tear tiny holes in the blanket. So the moral to that story is don't ever leave Miss Luna alone with a blanket, because she will soothe herself by blanket sucking. But she is very, very sweet. She has been around children. She tends to greet very rough. She, what I call nose boops. If you notice, like when I go to touch her, she nose boops everything. So we're recommending probably older kids for her, just so that they can get used to her greeting style. But Miss Luna is going to make a great addition for anybody. She is happy, active, and is going to be a great hiking companion. Whatever, she'll be up for it once she gets used to you, as long as you give her sunbathing time in the yard.
And of course, look at that little wagging tail and that adorable face, and a great voice. Now we also have... Cameras can be a little scary. I'm scared too, Luna. Now, we also have another pet whose name means moon in another language. Can you please introduce us to Celine Denise?
This is Celine, and she came to the Arizona Humane Society with her two siblings, who you will meet later in the show, because their owner could no longer care for them. And they spent time in our kitty isolation ward being treated for upper respiratory infection, which is like a kitty cold. And our isolation ward actually has separate ventilation from the rest of the shelter, so all the pets who have colds do not give their colds to all of the other pets who are at the shelter. Celine loves attention, and the dedicated vet techs and volunteers in the ISO ward told us that she loved every second of being there. She loved all of the attention, she loved the medical procedures, and she even loved getting medication. So she is going to make someone a wonderful best friend.
Oh man, maybe she was raised by Mary Poppins if she loves medication. Well, thank you, Denise, for that. And now clearly we are not the only ones who have missed Pets on Parade. We've received so many amazing messages over the years of you missing the show as well as pets that you've adopted from it, including sweet Puka, who lived a wonderful 16 years with his loving family. Now make sure to keep your channels locked in right here to Pets on Parade. We're going to show you the glow-ups of this sweet mama's babies after the break. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, we just can't have our first show back without having some adorable puppy cuteness as well. Now, you saw them with their mom before the break, but now we want to show you their before. Look how tiny these little guys were when they first were brought to the Arizona Humane Society. And now, let's look at them. Bree, I cannot believe how chunky they are.
Oh my goodness, they are precious, and they're about 9 weeks old now. So lucky that they were found on the streets but brought into the Arizona Humane Society to go stay in the maternity ward. And that maternity ward is a nice quiet space for moms and babies and pregnant moms waiting to have their puppies. So they were able to stay at the maternity ward, and then they went to a foster home. So this foster hero took wonderful care of them. They're such sweet puppies. Perry actually has Sunny. And then right over here, I have Stormy. And the puppy breath is real. They're amazingly cute, and they would fit into your home really, really well. But they're going to be a bundle of energy for sure.
Oh my goodness, and they are definitely appropriately named. And amazingly, we've already cared for almost 500 moms and their tiny puppies in our maternity suites as well. So thank you so much, Bree and Perry. And just like the adorable puppies that we just met, so many of our pets greatly benefit from fostering. Just a couple of weeks ago, the Arizona Humane Society rescued 139 rabbits from hoarding conditions in Glendale. Thanks to our amazing teams and supporters, we've already placed many of them in loving foster hero homes. But we're always in need of more fosters for the sick, injured, and abused pets that we care for each day, including our tiniest patients. And we have a very special guest who truly allows us to care for even more pets each day. Carrie, you're a driving force behind our foster department. Can you please tell us about these tiny babies that we've been listening to their mews for the last segment?
Absolutely. And Kelsey, thank you for welcoming the foster team on today. We're so grateful for the support of the community because every pet placed in foster allows us an open kennel to take in another sick or injured little baby in need. And right here today, we have our tiniest guests at AHS. These are two of our bottle baby kittens. And these kittens right now are residing at our bottle baby kitten ICU. Each day we are able to hold up to 56 little baby kittens that have been abandoned or orphaned by their mothers. And we are desperate to have additional foster heroes to take care of these little ones. When you foster for the Arizona Humane Society, we provide all of the medical care and all of the supplies that you would need to take care of any of our pets at home. These kiddos will need feeding every 2 to 4 hours. You can see Taylor's feeding one of them right now, quite hungry, not at all ashamed to eat in front of TV guests. And you know, these kittens need some stimulation. They'll need socialization as they grow bigger. And in average case, we would ask that a foster hero take these little ones until they're 8 weeks old and are old enough to be altered. Our foster hero program right now, we are seeking placement for over 100 pets today, including some of those rabbits that you just saw. So if you are able and willing to open up your heart and your home, we ask you to do so today. You can get online at azhumane.org/foster to sign up to be a foster hero today.
Oh my goodness, I absolutely love being a foster hero, and of course this is a perfect example of pets that would not be saved in other shelters, but they're saved thanks to our supporters and to our great team. Thank you so much, Carrie. And now, like I said, I love being a foster hero, and we have another great foster hero with us, and with a name like Nice Ron, you know it's got to be true. So please introduce us to your pup, Nice Janine.
Nice Ron, nice haircut Ron. Look at this little squirt. He actually looks like a dog. Yay! He was found, he's 2 years old, little Yorkie mix, beautiful, sweet, perfectly behaved. I mean, if you want a great dog, instant pet, right here. I mean, he is awesome. He was found in Mesa, and someone had taken him to an emergency animal clinic because he was hit by a car, and he had some wounds. So our field team picked him up, and they took him in to our Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital, and they fixed him all up, and he has one tiny little wound left on his face, on his little head right here, but he walks perfectly on a leash. He's social. For a 2-year-old, he is great and just the most wonderful little 13-pound, you know, a little bit bigger than a purse puppy, but you will definitely do your heart a favor by taking this little squirt in for your rest of your life. I mean, he is just awesome. I wish I could take him myself, but yeah.
So awesome. And it all depends on how big your purse is. I got big purses, Janine, so thank you so much.
I have a big purse too. So.
Yes. And our pets are incredibly grateful to our groomers for helping them look and feel their best, and to you, Janine, because you're a people groomer. And thank you all so much for tuning in right here to Pets on Parade. Make sure to keep it locked in right here for more pet cuteness. Thank you so much for tuning back into Pets on Parade. Now, as you can see, our next furry friends had very different reactions to getting their intake photos done. But regardless of their photo skills, they are both ridiculously cute. Stacy, can you please introduce us to these very different kitties?
Well, we are holding Simba and Nala. They were brought in to the Bottle Baby ICU as strays by Good Samaritan. Our Bottle Baby ICU is so vital. They take 24-hour a day care of these very small kittens, some as young as days old. I know I volunteered at the Bottle Baby Nursery for years, and it's a very rewarding experience. I highly recommend it to anyone. To check out more information on that, you can go to azhumane.org/volunteer and just come and love on these little kittens. They appreciate you, and you are saving many, many lives when you come in and help us out. So yeah, these two, they are very different. Simba is more calm, a more cuddle bug, and then we have Nala, who's more excited. But you can get the best of both worlds if you come on down and see these two.
You know what? Curiosity truly runs in those cats. Thank you so much for that, Stacy, and thank you so much for all that you've done for our tiny little bottle babies. Now, what is POP without adorable critter friends? And as I can see, this one is very cuddly, but she has quite a sad story, Linda. Can you please tell us about that?
She does, but first, it's like a Hollywood premiere today. It's all these lights, and this little bunny is doing so well. This is Dandelion, and he was rescued actually from a crate in a yard. No food, no water. He was not part of the intake of the 139 that were in a hoarding situation. So he's on his own, and you know what? Bunnies are one of the easiest pets to take care of. They do have a special diet, though. They do like to have Timothy hay. They like to chew down because their teeth get really long, and they like their carrots and sweets like lettuce, and of course always lots of cool water. So if you're interested in a really relaxed bunny, this is Dandelion. Come down and see Dandelion.
Dandelion, just as beautiful as the flower that she's named after. And we are so glad that we were able to get there in time to be able to save her. And like the whole world, the last 2.5 years has truly been very hard for everybody, especially in the animal welfare world, and AHS is no different. But Dr. Hansen, we certainly have seen a great impact on us at the shelter. Can you talk a little bit about what we've been seeing over these last 2.5 years because of the pandemic?
Hey, Kelsey, the pandemic has been really tough on all of the families in the valley. We've had people lose jobs, we've had people lose homes, we've had dogs and cats lose their homes because of those situations in families. As a result, our trauma hospital has taken about 15% more animals in during this last year, and especially this last year, than we had before. Those animals need to go out to foster, as you heard earlier. It's a very critical part of what we do to recover these animals and get them into loving homes.
Of course, yeah, and so we have really stepped up these last few years. What exactly, you kind of talked a little bit about it, but how have we been able to step up to continue to save even more sick, injured, and abused pets that just have nowhere else to go?
We've certainly expanded the number of animals that we've taken into the trauma hospital. That's been clear. Sending more animals out to foster helps double the amount of capacity that we have in our shelter. Our Pet Resource Center is there to take calls to find out why somebody can't handle their pet, why they must relinquish a pet, and we provide them resources so they can keep their pet.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So we are so glad that everyone has been able to allow us to be able to step up to save even more homeless pets. And from one cute pitty to another, we can't wait to introduce you to adorable Danielle. We're going to be introducing you to her right after the break. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, we always celebrate our pitty friends, but October is certainly cause for even more celebration when it comes to these adorable babies. And it looks like this baby has had some of her own, Perry.
Yeah, exactly, Kelsey. You know, you said October, it's Pitbull Awareness Month. This is something that started back in 2007 in the state of Tennessee. A group called Bless the Bully started this thing, and it's kind of caught on nationwide. And so let's celebrate this breed. You know, everybody in this room has worked with thousands of these dogs, and I think we can all attest to their wonderful demeanor and behaviors. There really is no such dog as a Pit Bull Terrier. They are Staffordshire Terriers and Bull Staffordshire Terriers. They are a mixed breed dog. And so I'm going to give you a little piece of advice. When you come down to look at any dog in our shelter, whether it be a purebred German Shepherd or a mixed breed like this, look at the dog for what it is. Don't pay any attention to the breed. Does it fit into your family? Is it the kind of doggy you want? Does it kind of the demeanor that you want? And is it a sweet doggy like this? So please come on down. This is Danielle. She's 2 years old. She was a stray. She came in with a typical stray type thing. She's got some little scrapes on her. She had some ear problems. She had some ticks. Very, very common for a doggy living in the streets. But she is wonderful, as you can see. She's going to make a great family pet. And just don't judge the breed.
Oh, so cute and great advice. Thank you so much, Perry. And you do help us with a lot of adoptions as well, so thank you. And like so many of us, we couldn't imagine having to make the decision to give up a pet. And we are just so happy anytime we can help a family not have to make that heart-wrenching decision. We're thankful for partners like Pedigree Pet Foundation, who helped us with this sweet girl with her loving family through AHS's Bridge the Gap program, through our Real-Time Solutions Fund to ensure Luna was cared for while her owner was seeking treatment for a disability. After reaching out to several organizations for help, Luna's owner finally found comfort in the fact that the Arizona Humane Society was able to help keep this sweet girl in her loving home and out of the shelter thanks to these services. And yet another adorable duo of cats and people. Denise, please introduce us to these sweet babies.
Well, this is Moon and Eclipse, and you met their sibling earlier, Celine, in the first segment. And this litter is a testament to how, just like human siblings, animal siblings can be very, very different. And unlike their sister, and as nice as our isolation ward is, these guys were less than impressed. They want to go home. They are very friendly. Eclipse has not stopped purring since I've been holding her. And they just want to cuddle. They don't like medication though, they just want to cuddle, and they're looking for a quiet home with a cat tower and a lot of pipe cleaners.
Oh my goodness, who doesn't love pipe cleaners?
Right.
I wish I was crafty. Thank you so much. And now we started off the show with a beautiful pup, and there's no other way left to end it. Lisa, please introduce us to Aja.
Aja, 8-year-old Chihuahua, was surrendered to us. Her owner couldn't keep her any longer. So not much information, but hopefully many of you know Chihuahuas are pretty popular in the shelter, and some are cuddlers and some have a more independent personality. Well, Aja here is very lovable, little tail wags all the time, but what she doesn't love is she doesn't love being picked up. She probably will like it when her owner gets used to her and she's comfortable in her new situation. She is very, very affectionate. She comes to you when she wants affection. So if you're looking for a little pocket purse dog that you can carry around, Aja's not your girl. If you're looking for somebody to just be your independent house Chihuahua, that is going to be Aja. She is friendly, sweet, approaches you for attention. She just doesn't like to be picked up by strangers. Well, you know what? Some of us don't like to be picked up by strangers, so we're just fine with that. So you just have to know your dog. And we get a lot of Chihuahuas. Come down, meet her, make sure she's right for you. But if you're looking for that little companion that's going to want to be cuddled and picked up by a bunch of kids, it's not going to be Aja. Talk to one of our adoption specialist, and they will certainly find you a dog that loves to cuddle. Aja wants to be independent.
Oh my goodness. You know, if you're small like me, you don't like being picked up by strangers,
Exactly.
so I get Aja.
Exactly.
And now before we go, I'd love to dedicate this show to everyone who has supported AHS, allowing us to not only save so many wonderful pets each day, but for all the love and companionship these pets have given us in return, including the light of my life, my sweet summer sunshine. You guys saved her life, and in turn, you saved mine. So thank you so much. And thank you all for tuning in with us today. Now, it has been more than 60 years that you have supported us, as well as 3TV, and we have saved countless lives because of it. Not only is this show so cute, not only is it Arizona's longest running show, but it is life-saving. So thank you guys so much. And I am so happy to say we will see you right here next week for Pets on Parade. We'll see you then.